Welcome back to another episode of chrisology Speedpicks. It is fight day. Let's get it. We're going to dive right in. All right, first up, we got Vinces Salvador versus Victor Altamirano. Now, Salvador came in looking like he just got in a fight with his barber, and he's still thinking about that. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Altamirano money line. We're rolling on. Next fight, CJ Vergara versus Daniel De Silva. My money is on Vergara money line, also sprinkled inside the distance and the KO rounds 2-3 props. Next fight, we got Trevin Giles versus Precious Parsons. I stayed off this fight. I do not like this fight. It's going to be violence. Whatever side you're betting, cool. Not for me. Moving on. Steven Peterson and Lucius Alexander. So the way I watched the tape on this, I do have a bet on Steven Peterson money line, and I sprinkled the sub prop as well. Next fight, Daniel Pineda versus Tucker Lutz. I didn't have to do much tape study on this. It's pretty simple, pretty clear. When I saw the weigh-ins, Pineda's going to get killed. He's going to die. He's going to drop over and die in the ring, and he's going to be laying right next to the guy with the bad haircut. So give me Tucker Lutz, and I bet him money line, because why couldn't you? It's such a good number. I also bet round 1-2 KO. Moving on. You got Chitty Bang Bang versus Albert Duraev. No chin, all grapple. For this fight, I stayed off of it. I don't like it. I like Chitty a lot, right? But I like him a little too much. So does the public. Duraev probably coast to a decision with wrestling. You got no takedown defense versus a grappler. And, Duraev subline is probably a good sprinkle. I'll probably play Duraev live after round 1. And that's where I'm at with this fight. Moving on. Alex Perez versus Manel Kape. Now, this is the first leg of my 3-leg parlay here. I got Manel Kape inside the distance. I also got another 3-leg parlay with him money line. So I'm pretty high on Kape today, and Perez looks like he's about to be laying in a ditch with the other two people I mentioned. They're going to die in the octagon today. Moving on, we got Andy Lee versus Macy Big Cheeks Barber. And, there's a lot of skepticism on Barber. There's a lot of fights where I didn't think she won. A lot of fights where she did win, kind of fair and square. But, this fight is pretty no-brainer. You're going to bet on Andrew Lee, money line, at plus 200. Why wouldn't you? I'm also going to sprinkle her by decision. Excuse me, Andrew Lee. Anyway, moving on. Nate Landwehr, the train Landwehr versus Austin Lingo. Now, something was off to me. When I watched the weigh-ins with Austin Lingo, he looked like he was limping around. He looked stiff, like he's got an injury or something. So that was a red flag for me. I automatically pulled the trigger on Nate. He's also leg number 2 in my 3-leg parlay. I'll go over it at the end. But I got him money line and round 2 and round 3 KO. I also played his inside the distance prop because he could also get the sub here. It's live. Moving on. Holly Grandma Home versus Yana Santos. This fight's pretty cut and dry. It's either home by decision. She's not getting the finish. Don't even think she is because she's not. Santos gets hit with hammers every night, so I'm sure she's gonna live through grandma touches. But anyway, I sprinkled Santos here money line. She's plus 200. Why not? And then also her by decision plus 700. I sprinkled that as well. Moving on, Marlon Chito Vera. I'm very high on this guy, man. He made me a lot of money. Made me a shit ton of fucking money. I'm on him. You should be too. He's good. At a dog price, why not? Right? He's got the dog in him. He's going to fight for your money regardless. He's been robbed by the UFC with judges so much that he's not going to let this go to the scorecards. And if he does let this go to the scorecards, there's a good chance that Sandhagen wins because Marlon Vera starts off slow. He's very dependent upon a controlled fight, and Sandhagen is very flashy and depends upon critical moments of randomness. So when you put those two together, this is a yin and a yang situation here, right? So my money is on Vera, and I'm the Vera whisperer. All right, no one has bet Vera fights better than me. So I say Vera by KO. Right? Everybody's gonna rush to the staples to bet round 3, round 4, round 5 KO. Right? I sprinkled that, but I'm more interested in the round 1, 2, and 3 KO. I think he's gonna come out. He's going to start slow in round 1. He's going to gauge the distance. Round 2, he's going to turn it up a notch. And Sandhagen's not going to be prepared for it. He's so used to dominating his fights. And I just feel like he's reached his peak. And I don't feel like Vera has reached his. So we're about to see. We're going to see. It's going to be fun. This is going to be a great fight regardless. And, as a huge Vera fan, I hope he gets the victory. I'm also a huge Sandhagen fan. So it's tough choosing between the two. Vote violence here. I think it's going to be a violence fight. And that is it. That's chrisology's picks. Please don't get bad haircuts. They don't win fights. And have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.